on to our next segment, which is our Bitcoin price prediction with former hedge fund trader, Mr. Andy Demi. What is going to happen between the next 7 hours and 7 days on the beloved BTC? Share your wealth and drop your knowledge bombs, please, sir.
Okay, so let's clean this up and start from a clean slate. We'll keep it strong because they're quite useful. So, we've kind of spoken about this before, but I'm going to mention it again, that the significance of the 50 moving average in particular, and the 200, the fact that we're above both, the fact that we've crossed above is bullish. You can see the last time we did that, the market had a really, really strong move. This is kind of when it happened. And this has happened here. So, I'm not saying history is going to repeat, but the last cross, I mean, in fact, you can go back a little bit further. Yeah, it happened here, didn't it? That was the last time we crossed. The last time we crossed created a move that big. So, and we're kind of in that stage now where we've had that cross. Is history going to repeat? Well, we don't know, but it's always a good idea to just see where that would take us, see if there's any kind of confluence. And look at that, it's about 95,000, which is quite interesting, considering how much we're speaking about 100,000. And you can kind of see, I mean, look, it wasn't completely clean, right? Like when you look at this, you can see that during this period, I mean, you have these setbacks, right? So you have these big pullbacks, and when you've bought here, this can really seem brutal, but actually, in essence, that's what it's done. And what we're currently doing is like we're doing this. So, it could be a case of, again, we go up, and then we have a big down, and we go up, and then we have a big down, and we go up, and so on, right? So that's possible, or it does it differently. It goes parabolic, and then we have a big correction, right? That's also possible. So, I guess firstly, I'm highlighting all of this really to just give you guys a good expectation that nothing goes up in a straight line. But now, having done that, I want to look at where this can go and what it looks like, by doing some technical analysis, which is what we're best at. So let's take this away for a second, and let me just check something out here. It might be quite interesting. One sec. Just going to check something that I just thought of doing. Kind of like that. Just want to see how that kind of, if I get rid of this for a sec, kind of gives me a good idea of how Bitcoin rallied last time. And I know where, that kind of, because sometimes history repeats, right? And like, I'm just going to use that and see, how does it look there? That's quite interesting, right? See how we did that? And I guess, like, to keep things into perspective, after what I just showed you, that the market does pull back, right? I think it's a good idea to just be aware of this line here. So you can watch this back to see how we did it, but also that there, because that looks like now it looks like if this carries on up, right, where does that take us to? So I'm just going to play this out like as if it's just going to go up from here. Let's see what level does that take us to. So if it just goes up, and of course, by the way, I'll give you one more thing here. it can also give you the sign that this is going parabolic if we break this. So what can happen when it goes, when there's just like no sense anymore, right? Everybody's just piling in not to miss out. What will happen is you'll break this and then you'll act as support. And now you know it's parabolic, and these moves can be extremely fast. And that's where you really want to kind of maybe even use your trading skills and really use leverage to just take advantage of these crazy moves. So just putting that out there. Now that we've got this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot my fibs, and I want to see, hopefully I can do it with my indicator. Start from this point here, which is about 1435. Let's amend this to about 1435. Okay. And see where we are relative to all of that, and see if we can make some sense of it. So this is a daily chart. Okay. This is extremely bullish. So here's what's happened. So I'll explain what the fibs are basically telling us. Not my opinion, just what the fibs are telling us. So we have this A, B, C. Now, 9 times out of 10, this market pulls back here. It doesn't in this case. What happens? We go up into what's called our fade zone. This here becomes a great short area, right? It's the 144 fade. So what normally happens, okay, oh, it's gone up too fast, it's going to come back down. So the normal thing to do is we eventually come back down, we hit this channel support, hit the 38, and then we just start to, you know, accumulate again. But that scenario hasn't played out. What's happened is we've gone up fast and then we've held. Okay, bullish price action. And then we've just closed above here. Now, we've reached the 1618, which is a natural kind of resistance. But if this is going to do the normal thing that the fibs do, it will probably now rally fast up to here. This 200 here becomes a target. And that could be a spike into this channel line, guys, or it could do it like that. Now, let me give you that level. That level is there. So I'm going to take away this right now. It's about 76,173.
About.
I like that. I think that's a good target to aim for the next 7 days. 76,173 approximately. If I go to the 4-hour chart, let's figure out what. Did you say something, Gav?
No, I just said, you said it's about, and then you reeled off a very specific number. Okay. 73, 1, whatever it was. So that's a really good number. So pay attention. Okay,
so now let's have a look at what the 4-hour chart is saying to us. Now the 4-hour chart, if we just double check that we've got the correct swings, we've started from the right place. It looks like we have. Yep. Okay, all good. So we have our A, B, D, A, B, C. Okay. I may need to do this one manually. Have we got time? How long have we got? Okay.
Got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. I just want to make sure we've got the right numbers. Okay. Speedy Gonzalez way, ABC. So I'm not going to be explaining everything. I'm just going to do it. Just so we can get it done super fast. So I'm doing it. We've got a D there, overextension. Let me do it for this one. Okay, perfect. What's the deepest pullback? approximately the orange. So, but you could definitely look at the red as well. So that the 4-hour chart for me gives us a target of roughly there. So let me just put a block in 1 sec, and then we'll see what that looks like. So this block here would be the target according to the 4-hour chart. So about there. So that gives us approximately 75,761 would be the upper target for on the 4-hour time frame. And what did we say the daily was? So that one is 75.7. So that's really not too different, is it? It's there. I mean, the difference is basically nothing. So that could be a spike. So we put 76173. That's the target on the daily. That's the target on the 4-hour. Lots of confluence there. So we have the overextension on the daily. We have the channel line resistance. And then the thing to look out for, guys, is does this close above the channel or does this spike? In which case, then we may get either a pullback or a consolidation. So it could either do this and then take off again, or it could actually just do a proper retracement back down to the bottom of the channel. If you understood any of that, it's extremely powerful and you should be able to make some good money from that. But yeah, that completes my analysis, I guess, unless anyone's got any questions.
Gary saying, it's good when Andy leans into his charts. Very good observation.